100th birthday celebration continues with the El Segundo 100th Anniversary Concert, presented by the El Segundo Concert Band. Tonight, let's take a trip back in time and hear many pieces from the early 1900s, including a unique twist on El Segundo by the Sea.
Being a part of the 100th anniversary for any location, it's a special thing. It's kind of appropriate and necessary, mandatory for us to do something to acknowledge the anniversary of the city whose name is in our name. But what takes it even further this time is to be able to have members of the community, of the city council, of the chamber, the mayor, actually coming, participating, being in the concert. I think that really helps to solidify the anniversary for the city and the role that the band plays in this community. And I have to give credit to board member Brian Crowley for coming up with the idea for this concert.
The songs in the program were specially selected to feature the city's successes.
We feature some Olympic music because we've had a lot of famous Olympians from this town. In particular, the water polo teams from 1948, 1954 were loaded with El Segundo people. And Earl Osari, the fellows whose name is on the swim stadium across the street, he was the coach, the Olympic coach. And we've had a lot of other Olympians living here. So we're giving a little tribute to that. And of course, we are the home of LA Air Force Base. And so there were a whole bunch of things that came to mind of we got to have some references in our program to these great things that happened in El Segundo.
Oh, I really like the songs. It's a very good selection. We've got a few contemporary songs just because they're interesting and exciting, but we have some older songs that were written about that period, 1917 and before. One of my favorites is the folk song suite by Gustav Holst. Holst is one of my favorite composers. I really admired him. He's a modern composer.
This concert, the band launched its first composition competition with an objective of producing an arrangement for the song El Segundo by the Sea, written by Harry Grant in 1914.
We had the submissions come in, we had panels of judges listen, decide which one was the best, and it was nice to see that somebody who actually plays in the band is an alumni of the high school here. Christian Alva was the one that won, wrote an incredible piece of music, and then there was a little mentor process for about a week. And when everything was said and done, I think he put together a really nice piece of music that he called it Theme and Interpretations, Variations on El Segundo by the Sea. And I think people really enjoy it. It kind of takes you through the history of music.
It's talking a lot about coming to El Segundo. It's way better here than anywhere else. And this is where it's happening, come on over. It reminded me a lot of this sort of idea of moving west, manifest destiny. Me, myself personally, I came from El Paso, Texas, and my family moved here to El Segundo in search of a better life. And so it's very much connected to what the song is already talking about. So in that way, the song touched me in a way. So I wanted to show basically the idea that as you move through time, the essence of El Segundo has changed by the people who have come here, the new people, new faces, new ideas, but in the end it's still about the same thing. El Segundo retains that sort of spirit of coming here for a better life. Exactly how 100 years ago that song was written for that sentiment, and I'm standing here because of that sentiment.
I'm really glad that we can perform El Segundo by the Sea, which is a piece of music that is not heard very often. It's a great honor to be playing it at our 100th anniversary.
Making a special appearance in tonight's show is Brian Crowley's 1906 Edison cylinder phonograph.
Yes, this thing was built to last forever. It is mechanical. You turn the crank to wind it up, and you flip the switch. It has a removable, you can change out the actual songs are on discs that are kind of a rubber and plasticky compound, rather fragile. This one's in very good condition, as a matter of fact. You slide it onto the cylinder to get it in playing position. You latch it in there. I've already turned the crank to power up the mainspring. You flip the switch to get it moving. Then you take this set screw, you pull it out. Now let's go to the beginning of the disc here. Now let's get to the start.
March, played by the Unison Military Band.
El Segundo Chamber of Commerce honored past Citizens of the Year who improved the community in various ways.
And I'm really honored to be able to recognize former Citizens of the Year again. They've given so much. These are people who have given their time, talent, and treasure to make El Segundo the beautiful city it is. So thank you very much.
They're either chosen for a whole array of things they've done for the community. It may be volunteering for Boy Scouts or the Rotary Club or Kiwanis Club, or helping with the schools, or maybe for something, one specific thing they did that was huge, a really big event they've done for our community. And they really make up the patchwork of the rich history of El Segundo.
The concert introduced the audience to unfamiliar tunes, highlighting a familiar place.
It's like a musical history lesson. It's a pleasure and a delightful surprise. I'd never heard that Gustav Holst's piece before. El Segundo by the Sea sounded like a mix of ragtime, John Philip Sousa, and Austrian or Viennese waltzes. Very creative, and it's been a pleasure.
It's very unusual for a community to have this type of music. It's pretty amazing for this town to have it. I enjoy it.
Once again, the El Segundo Concert Band has used the power of music to bring our community together. And what a wonderful show commemorating our town's history. Reporting from El Segundo Performing Arts Center, I'm Catherine Chen for El Segundo TV.